Hello and welcome to the E14 Gamecast, Emotionally 14's gaming podcast. It's actually catching on in my head now.
Nice.
Yeah, it used to be that it was just a placeholder, and now
I think
I'm
that's
kind
called memory.
Thank
Something
you.
catching on.
Is exactly what it says on the tin.
And the stuff we're talking about today has memory because consoles do. So
Ram
nice,
it in.
nice tie-in.
Just ram it home, Rob.
Ram it home. Yeah,
That was actually pretty.
yeah.
That was pretty good.
Not good.
Exchange,
Not bad at all.
Should we go out? Oh, you're already at home.
Yeah, I'm still home. Yeah. I'm your host Rob Wade, and I'm joined by Blake Harmer.
What's up?
Hello. I'm Ibrahim.
I don't burp like a human.
No, this is true. You burp like an
You
MGM
burp
logo as exhibited as a geniusly observed by Sour Crouch.
Easy for you to say.
You know, it doesn't happen very often. Make the most of it.
Unfortunately,
Chumps.
it wasn't recorded for posterity, but yeah, Omer burps like an MGM logo, and that's all we can think about.
Yeah.
So, in the absence of a specific topic today, I thought we'd just kind of talk in brief about what we're playing at the moment.
Hey, games is a specific.
I'm not talking in my briefs.
But in terms of it, there's no theme as
I haven't
like,
got any underwear
what's
on.
your favourite this, what's your favourite that. It's just what you're playing at the moment. It
I
might
like
be your
the
favourite.
blue ones
You like the blue ones?
and the
Okay.
red ones.
Blue briefs.
So why don't we start with Blake? Joe, you said you had
Because
a lot
he's
to talk
shit.
about with this one, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can stop.
Sorry.
That's fine.
It's too good a place for it.
So we'll start with Blake and come to you, and
Yeah. Start disappointing and work your way up.
Yeah, that
Oh,
works.
thanks.
What have you appreciated?
Not
much.
I'm joyless.
I'm playing. Well, I've recently finished a couple of games and also started a couple. Hey,
That's generally how that
That's
works.
what happens when you finish things, Blake.
Yeah.
Always
Start new
mentioning
ones.
race.
Yeah.
What?
You're really trying to get a callback that we're not allowed to do, aren't you?
Call forward, man. A call forward.
This is a weird temporal disruption.
Yeah.
Some timey-wimey bullshit.
Table
Yeah.
is magical.
Yeah, it is. It's just this. I mean, the tablecloth itself is nothing
Yeah.
short of brilliant. So there's that.
Cappuccino.
Anyway, Blake, games.
At the moment, I've recently been playing Recore on the Xbox One.
Okay. How are you finding it?
It's okay. I'm waiting. It's a game I've been putting time into, and I'm waiting for it to grab me.
Okay.
I'll do it.
I didn't realise that was a feature
That's
the
how
game
my
had.
relationships work.
I'll spend some time with it, and I'm waiting for it to grab me.
Desperately awaiting.
And if
Yeah.
not, I'll trade it in for something newer.
Yeah, it's by no means a terrible game. It's just not. I'm still waiting for it to wow me.
good.
Yeah.
And I get the feeling that that day may not come.
So what you're saying is it's a bad game.
No, I mean, I've played it, and I don't think it's a bad game.
No,
It's just-
I just think it's okay.
Is it,
I think
was it full price or was it?
No, it was like
No.
a £20 game.
No,
or
you
so.
can't.
Hey,
That's what I mean.
It can be a dick.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
not.
I'll do it then.
I want it. I can think of other games of its ilk that have done it better.
When I
Yeah.
look at it and go, you fucking dullard.
Yeah.
In the options menu, just going through, going dullard,
No,
dullard,
I've-
dullard.
I've certainly played worse games.
Yeah.
We all have.
Yeah,
And I will continue to persevere if
to a point.
until I find
I'd be interested
until I
to
get
know.
bored.
I'd
Probably.
be-
I'd be
This
interested
just
to know.
says something really offensive.
I played Recore. I didn't finish it, and I actually because I got stuck and bored. And I'll be interested to know if you do drop it at the same point as me, because it was a point. Obviously, I can talk about it when you've actually.
Well, I will
done
ask
it or
just one
not.
question: is it something to do with the difficulty? Because I'm noticing.
Not really.
I'm noticing one bit I'm in at the moment. I feel like I'm incredibly underleveled.
Oh right.
But maybe I need to sod off and do something else. But
Yeah, you could do that. There's a little bit of grind. You could do a little bit of
grind
grinding.
that way.
yeah.
Grind that.
How drunk are you?
I think it's grind with me, actually. I think that's.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically,
I'll
you're
take him in
making
the next room and shoot him. It's all right.
you're making another
We
song.
going for a ride in the car?
Is it that time of the evening? Is it?
No. We're recording this before the other one.
Shh! Stop pulling back that curtain.
Yeah, pay
It's
no
not
attention to the
scarred on
men.
me.
Pay no attention to the old
Yeah,
married
yeah.
couple
Sorry,
bickering.
this pop
Yeah,
guard doesn't.
There's not. There's not a lot of market for the shush cast.
Yeah. Welcome to the shh.
Have I got opinion of shh?
We're recording in a live.
People are trying
Like that
to
time I
read.
ran a shop that sold back in 5 minute signs. We didn't get many customers.
No way to run a business. Like door-to-door salesmen. It's like, sorry, mate, I got one.
How'd you sell a door to a door?
That's it.
Maybe you
Tough sale.
maybe you
Riders
paint
on the
pretty
storm.
eyelashes on the door and try to sell it as a sexy female door.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Stick it right
The
in the
blow-up door.
letterbox.
You can turn my lock any day.
Oh, I've got a Yale.
Is that good?
Did I
I've
ruin
got a
it?
right chub on.
Oh, fuck
Did
it.
I ruin? Oh,
Winner!
You managed to bring it back.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Yep. Nicely, you brought it back from the brink. That's a game. There you go. Tied back in. Carry on.
I thought you were talking about bringing it back from the brink. That is a fun game.
Brink is
Called Tantric Sex.
I think there's Tantive IV thing.
Brink again. That was okay.
yeah. Taking days to
You
spaff
don't
is a
seem
game.
to be enjoying these games this much, gentlemen.
How do you do this?
Game I have been actually enjoying at the moment, and I'm still persevering. Is I've been playing. It's an older game, but it's Might and Magic Clash of Heroes.
Chess.
Oh yeah, you started playing that when we last spoke. So
Yeah,
you still
I'm a
enjoying
lot. I'm a bit more into it now. I'm into like the 4th of 5 chapters. I think
Oh,
there's
bloody
like
hell, you
5
got way further
different
than I
ones.
did.
Yeah. So and I'm still enjoying it. I
'cause
like that
he's
you
better
get
than
to
you.
play as different
Yeah, there's some-
factions and that, and each faction has a different strength. So
Yeah.
and it keeps it interesting.
Mhm.
So I'm enjoying it still. Yeah.
Nice.
Games I have finished recently would be Forza Horizon 3. I finally finished.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sort of my on again, off again game.
It's
Did you
got,
finish a racing game? Did you just play one? One?
Yeah.
Done. Raced it.
I was the fastest.
Driving. Completed
Yeah.
that.
To be honest, you could carry on with it forever,
Yeah,
ideally,
absolutely.
but I got to a point where, I finished the main story, the credits rolled, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good now.
There's a story.
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
there's
there's
a
a story.
It's a
Horizon.
very paper thin story. It's basically, you're running a festival, make that festival not shit.
It's like Tony Hawk's Hunt.
Yeah,
Go
kind of.
fast.
Basically, yeah.
There is a new Forza. Number 7's just come out. This is Horizon. So
But
the
they've
Horizon.
stopped doing Horizon.
So no, they alternate. So
Oh, right, okay.
Forza Motorsport is the circuit racing. So
Like
that's
the Gran
like
Turismo
Gran
contender.
Yeah,
Turismo
yeah.
style, and then Horizon is more like Motorstorm, more like Drive Club.
bit
where
more
it's just
fun.
a bit
Yeah, it's
of- bit
more,
of
a little
off-road
bit
stuff.
more open world,
Yeah.
and can drive anywhere
They
sometimes.
both have their charms. I personally prefer the motorsport circuit racing stuff, but that's generally because I quite enjoy that
Going
Circuit
around
racing.
I don't like the ones where
Left.
I don't
left.
necessarily. It's not obvious to me which is the quickest path.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed Horizon 3 purely on the basis it was more chaotic, because there was more things like you can do more crazy shit in it.
Yeah.
And
How
because
many died, you bastard?
in my festival, probably. It was probably me several times.
Let us have a moment to remember Virtual Barry.
They wore
Gone but
red
not forgot.
shirts.
What was I saying?
Barry.
Basically, I see all the other people driving really perfectly around this course,
see
and my
me
way of getting around the
rolling.
course is
They hate
I
it.
somehow managed to win races by
And stop
slamming into the
fucking
side barrier at such an
appreciating.
angle that I can still pull away at an all right way. I drive terribly, that I slide into barriers,
Yeah.
but then use
Oh, you
the
gotta use-
momentum to carry me
Use
on. so I
barriers and
still
other
win.
people as turning
That's
is
it.
exactly
Yeah.
how I play racing games.
What did you say? I heard you say
Did you
rolling
just-
and hating.
They said they see me rolling. They see me
hating.
hate. Oh, they hating. Can't stop fucking appreciating.
All right, I'll leave it in. Fine. Just
That's my
checking.
new theme anyway.
I was just checking if you weren't making sure you weren't trying to get to contentious stuff under the radar. So, just so I listen back and I'm just like, what?
You dirty fucking.
Appreciate it.
Only fucking racing game fan. So yeah, Forza Horizon.
But,
what was the other one? You said you'd finished 2.
Yeah, the other one was.
Driving
I don't know if I
backwards.
mentioned the last episode or not. I don't think I did. I think I only mentioned to you in conversation.
I know
But
until you say it.
Inside.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it in conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a weird game, but it's really good.
Yeah, I liked it. I did not see it ending that way. I
think-
don't wish to spoil it, obviously.
I think
but
we've been. How long's the game been out? Like 4 5 months.
early
I
this
guess?
month.
Oh,
Early
it's
this year, I
It's
mean.
made by the people
Limbo
at
people.
Limbo, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good game. It's more. It's
It just
similar.
came out on PlayStation, didn't it?
Yeah, it's
It's more of the
in which
same
case
if you
actually,
played it,
yeah,
yeah.
we won't talk about it.
I
too
won't
much.
do it. It's not the longest game. It's only about 3-4 hours long. I don't think it's not.
Yeah, I was a
particularly
little bit miffed at myself for pre-ordering it. 'Cause it's the first digital game I'd ever pre-ordered. It cost me about 16 quid, and it was very short. And I was like, that was really good,
Yeah.
but I could have probably justified waiting and played
I
it a
think
bit
I
later
picked
on
it up
half
in
the
a
price.
sale, but even then, I think I still paid like
4
8 quid for it.
Oh yeah,
probably.
8 quid.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's fine.
which is and
don't
that's
learn
fine.
my-
And I enjoyed it.
I
It's
don't.
not,
I don't learn my lesson though. I just
That's a
bought Cuphead
kebab and a
for
can of
£4.
drink.
that's half the reason I avoided Cuphead, because I didn't know if I should wait for it to come down in price.
Probably will.
I'd rather have a
Any
kebab.
others?
No, there's been the main ones I've been playing at the moment.
Any on your horizon? See what I did there.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Any on your motorsport? No, wait, wrong one.
Yeah.
Any on your car dashboard?
Kardashian what? Water.
Kim Kardashian, the racing game.
Oh.
I'm
Dunker
looking
Racing.
to hopefully either pick up. I still haven't decided yet because I was gonna. I sort of like to buy one big game before Christmas, really, and
Yeah,
Super Mario Odyssey.
that could be a good
one
one.
of them. I'm also
you
having
said
an eye
one.
in between Shadow of War or
Breaking his own rules.
Shadow
the
of
Fractured
Even,
Butthole.
Shadow of Even Mordor.
Yeah. Or
Breaking the
yeah,
law.
or South Park.
Breaking the
Has
law.
it ever occurred to you guys that like
We're heckling Blake too much.
for,
No.
for single
No, I'm used to it.
for single player games, I mean him excluded because he hasn't got PlayStation yet.
Ew.
We could just like buy one single player game and
Pass
just
it round.
pass it around. And
Yeah, we could.
So much cheaper.
To be fair, I was about to say Mafia 3
And the
is
last
pretty long
one
if
to
you want to borrow
finish
that.
has to eat it. Oh wait, that's a different game.
That's a different game.
That's Soggy Biscuit. Oh, that was a joke.
I thought it was Soggy Pringle.
I think it's the game.
Roaring the game.
Of the movie of the game.
How loud can you roar? Can you roar louder than a panda? No. Can you roar louder than a packet of crisps? Oh, it's the nitrate in the air that gets me going.
Who the hell are you emulating?
It sounds like a generic game,
does, yeah.
game voice. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Which is that's why I was wondering. Is like, I feel like I've heard that person's voice narrating some, like
Mr. Tumble.
yeah. There you go.
Hello, boys and girls. Can you belch loudly into your Wii remote?
Make sure to wipe the slobber off before you pass the controller to your friends. Now I'm Will from In the Betweeners. In the Betweeners? Oh, God.
You put an in-between in the in-betweens.
Oh,
in the betweeners.
Reordering wanker.
Oh, reordering friend.
Ooh, word friend. Words with friends.
Words with friends. Back to games.
Yeah. All right.
So how you try to keep it on top.
doing my best. Doing my best. But I do realise that I'm with the particular train company.
Yeah.
The crazy
Maybe
train
move
company.
on to Joe so he can have his time in the
No,
sun.
I've still got to go.
Well, if I talk,
Well, he can heckle Joe.
if I talk about the one new game since, I mean, last time I was on, I talked about Battlefield 1.
Yep.
But if I talk about
You pronounced it correctly at the time.
no, that's the sound I make when I'm in a plane. Battlefield 1.
Zooming.
You going
If
down
I
the
mention
hill.
the only other game I've been playing, that's probably your main kick of the month as well, which is.
Oh, no, I've got more.
Oh, you got more?
Yeah.
I did the beta of Battlefront
Well, that was my
2.
only one. I better fucking go.
You big knobbist.
I was just lying and look cool.
You enormous knobber.
Star Wars Battlefield 2's beta came out. I didn't. What did I say? Front field this time. I've got a lot of front, but not a lot of field.
Christ.
There's not a lot of grass on the field, so I better have some front.
Didn't burn the sand hard enough.
Sandy.
The sandy train.
God, an erection.
To be fair, it goes off the rail, so it could end up in the desert.
Big
Fuck it.
sandy erection.
On to Hext, coming soon.
So I didn't realise
That awkward bonus.
So I got to play it thanks to Joe playing it.
Right.
Because you put up a video.
How was that? You sounded like he told that story so often you were weary of his good. God, I get it. I'm awesome. Okay. God.
Fucking dullard.
I woke up like Friday morning.
Is he Arnold Schwarzenegger as well? You dullard.
Fucking dullard.
Oh, sitting there pretending like you understand.
I heard this story already. You fucking dullard.
Like coming.
All the time.
Why would I not do that? Why would I not just be coming all the
I
time?
was on the sand and I popped a boner.
Boner. It's gone posh.
A boner. It's
way.
boner.
Oh,
Anyway,
Anyway.
I woke up Thursday morning.
bad friend.
You'd been playing it. Sorry, Friday morning. You'd been playing it Thursday night. You'd posted a video of you whipping around in A-Wings and going, look at this shit. And I was like, that's really cool. I showed Charlotte a couple of clips. She was like, that looks amazing. And then I think I went and took a shit. I came out
Like you
and
do.
Charlotte was like, here, and she showed me the receipt, and her and her parents had already pre-ordered it for me for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
So I got to play it as well. So I downloaded it like during the day and
Yeah,
played it
nice,
that
nice.
night. If I'm honest, I couldn't play for more than sort of a couple hours at a time because
That's
there's-
fine for my
yeah, for a
yeah.
well, it's not that. I mean, I'll sit and play multiplayers for hours and hours, but it's so limited in what's on there because it is a beta.
Maps and characters. And
Yeah,
whatnot,
there's 3 maps.
You got Takadana, Fondor, the space area of Fondor.
Yeah.
And then you've got
that the one that's made of the planet that's made of melted cheese?
Fondue.
Fondue.
What was
Naboo.
it? Naboo. And they're all good, but there's only so many times you can walk the same, not too huge maps.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But saying that, I just flew spaceships a lot.
Yeah.
Flying X-Wings and Y-Wings is incredible.
Flying those is the most random it can be.
Right.
Yeah, because it's space.
Yeah,
space. You don't need it to
if you run along a platform and get to the end and shoot off of there, your next life, that was a good spot to shoot.
Yeah.
Whereas in a space game, you can go to exactly the same point and there's something else there this time because somebody else is flying in that direction. There's nothing to stop them.
Did anyone ever play Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter?
No, I never did.
No.
Well, the fighting in that, like the space fighting.
Yeah. The dogfights.
Yeah, dogfights in that feel very much like what the plays like.
Fair enough. That would have been a really good comparison had any of us played it.
It was a good game.
All I know is Henry Rollins was in it. That's about it.
Okay.
He's the voice of
Mace Griffin, yeah. I'll have to play it again.
Bounty hunting.
Appreciate it.
No, it's brilliant. If that's what's to come from the full game.
Yeah.
Charlotte has said, do you want it for Christmas or do you want it when it comes out? And I actually said, I'll wait. When I play it, I'll tell you. I want it when it comes out.
Yeah,
I want it
there's no way you can wait.
Fair enough.
I don't know what version she's got me or anything. Hopefully she's been sensible and gotten like a super doopy version so I get bits with it rather than... we did that. You and I had different experiences with Battlefield 1 where I bought season pass when I got the game.
Yeah.
I bought one piece of DLC and then I bought the season pass.
Right. Yeah. But,
no way to run a business.
Even if... See, I'm from that we talked about this before.
It was cheap and then bought the season.
That school of video gaming where if you bought a game or your parents bought you a game for Christmas or whatever, if it was shit, it was still 50 quid, so you kept playing it. And I'm very much of that. Like Battlefield 1, I knew it wasn't perfect, but I clocked a shit ton of hours on it. And it'll be exactly the same with this. Like I'll buy the super version because I want to play everything they've got.
The thing is, the super version doesn't actually give you much for 30 quid extra.
Yeah.
Basically, it just unlocks things that you would unlock with the loot boxes anyway.
Oh, okay.
You don't get anything physically different other than a different cover.
Yeah.
All the pre-order bonuses are the same in standard and...
Yeah, sounds right. Yeah.
And you get the Last Jedi bonus cost pre-ordering any version of the game.
Okay.
This is why I didn't... I'm not getting the...
You won't get any further DLC that they will release if they do.
There's no season pass. All the DLC's free.
Okay.
There's nothing extra.
Well, I guess in that case, it's probably more a case of like if
you want the better weapons first.
If the missus looked at it, she probably went, "Well, it's his Christmas present, and it's from 3 people. We'll get him the nice one."
Yeah. You'll have better weapons.
I'd do the same. Like I would buy myself like I just bought Series 3 of Star Wars Rebels on DVD. Okay. Now, Charlotte really enjoys it, but I love it, and I was like, "Oh, I haven't seen Series 3. Oh, look, the DVD's out. I could have got the Blu-ray for a little bit more, but I just want to see it." Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not a show that needs HD super-duper. But if I was buying it as a gift for the missus, I probably would have bought the Blu-ray.
Yeah,
because it's nicer to give the better gift. Yeah. So I don't know what she's pre-ordered. I'll be happy with the standard if she's into this. Thank you, Princess.
Speaking of pre-orders, I was in game today. Other retailers are available because I was buying my copy of Shadow of War. I hadn't pre-ordered it, but I just went there because I thought, they'll probably have enough to just sell me one off the shelf, and sure enough, they did.
Yeah.
They have a version in game that's 200 fucking quid.
Wow!
But it comes with loads of additional physical. Like they're starting to go back to doing the physical shit.
Which is nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Some
Does it come with an actual set of all armor?
I like the Skyrim one.
The
Skyrim one with the Alduin statue I was just thinking that because I remember that was like 200, 220. Some are really, really good.
The Overwatch one was.
There's a YouTuber I watch called Ashens who reviews. He calls it video game tat.
I thought of
a lot of it is shit.
Yeah, I thought of you the other day. He has a book out.
Yes, he does.
Terrible video games you probably never
he's
heard
actually
of.
crowdfunding the sequel at the minute.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks really good. But yeah, a lot of the stuff you get is shit.
Yeah.
Or the Fallout one, the Fallout 4
one with the
Pip-Boy.
With the Pip-Boy, which wasn't as good as advertised. It's good. It's a great little thing. I played about with them and that, but it was a bit like, now what? Do you do?
I think that's the case for most of it, though.
Absolutely. It's what you take out of it.
It's all like Dust Gatherers, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got a friend who's massively into Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And when the new super-duper versions come out, he buys them and he loves them.
I've done that because they come with art books.
Yeah. The art book is your thing, but the statue may not be as much as the art book for you.
Yeah.
They're nice.
The ones that get me are the special editions that are like 120, 150 quid, and they don't come with the fucking game.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was
like the Sonic one.
The
Sonic
one
had a download.
It had a
didn't it?
download, but you still.
I'm not talking about not having a copy of the
don't
game.
have it
I'm
to
talking
play
about
at all.
having no game.
Yeah, Wolfenstein.
What you're buying is merchandise.
Wolfenstein, was it Old Blood or New Order?
New Order.
Was it New Order?
New
Like
Order.
special
You're
Super
basically
Duper
buying
edition,
merchandise, the same as going out and buying a T-shirt.
buying a box of associated tats, and
It
you didn't
was
actually get a
alright
copy of the
tat,
game
but-
inside.
But that's fine if you advertise it that way.
Yeah,
if you
but-
said, "Oh, the new Battlefront
I don't
game's
get the
coming
appeal.
out," but no, it's the same as anything like action figures for a movie, or if you said, "Oh, the new Battlefront," so the new Battlefront 2 is coming out. You got Inferno Squadron, right?
Yes.
So if they sold one of the Inferno Squadron helmets
Or like a
as a
maquette or
life-size
something.
helmet,
Then I would
it
think
would
it would be worth it.
It would be no, but I'm saying sell that separately. It would be
Yeah.
video game merchandise. It would not be Star Wars. It would be merchandise. You know
I
what I mean?
wouldn't call that a copy, like a special edition of the game. That's
No,
just a piece of
no,
merchandise.
Because they
But
have
then if
done
you're
that.
calling it a special edition of the game, that's obviously false advertising.
They have.
Because
Yeah,
the special
right.
edition of the game is the game.
No, but they do basically if they say like special. I don't know what the. I'm trying
I
to
wouldn't
think
give
of
you
an
a
example.
special edition pot of Pringles and actually give you Jaffa cakes.
The thing with
No, I mean,
the
if
thing
you
with
just give me an
Wolfenstein.
They are amazing Pringles.
Yeah.
The thing with Wolfenstein
good
is
Pringles.
it kind of crossed the borders of these two things you're both talking about. It said that it was a special edition of the game and openly acknowledged that it didn't come with the game.
Yeah.
And that's what he's talking
Yeah.
about, the weirdness of that.
Yeah, how do you advertise something
As a
that isn't
game.
what it is?
Yeah.
Openly telling people
they openly say it hasn't got
absolutely,
it,
yeah.
but, which is
But
fine.
but you're then selling something openly as not what it is. I'm saying, look at this orange that's actually an apple.
Yeah.
Like, look at these oranges that are
special
apples.
edition orange.
Yeah.
It's an apple. What makes it special?
Oh, no,
it's a
it's an
melon.
Yeah, that's a weird
It is
place
weird.
to
It
be,
is weird,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to have died back down again.
It's
now.
only happened like once or twice.
I think half a dozen, maybe at a push,
Yeah.
games that had it.
Yeah, and then obviously it probably didn't sell well.
No, maybe not.
People like us were probably like, yeah, that's
It
weird.
doesn't come with the game. That's stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. To
Like-
be honest, a lot of these things I've never really felt the appeal for. I mean, I'm a massive fan of Fallout, so I did buy the Pip-Boy edition. But
There's always
Yeah,
the
but you
one.
also got the
was-
game.
yeah, I got the game and I booked a week off and I loved it. I just
Yeah,
binged,
absolutely.
I
I think
binged
there's
it.
Yeah,
a-
I bought Charlotte
there's
a copy
always-
of it. She
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
There's always the one game that will do that for. I
Yeah.
think mine was Dark Souls 3. I bought the
Yeah.
£1 edition.
Yeah, and that's
I-
fine. And I don't think that sort of money is that bad when you look
Well,
at
it's
what you
for something
get.
you want,
But some of them, I don't think there is like some of them. I think it's like stupid amount of
these,
money for like the little statuette, and I don't even think some of the statuettes look that good.
It's-
No.
Some of them.
Oh,
are nice.
see,
got
I've
the Sam-
said this-
Sam Fisher.
Yeah.
up
I've
there.
said this
I'm
lately
not
looking
saying
at
that they're all bad, but
yeah.
I'm just saying that some of them I just go, that don't look like
looking at stuff like
100
Black
quid's worth of
Series
stuff.
Yeah.
figures. Now, Black Series Star Wars figures are pretty
Yeah.
good, but some of the Black Series ships,
Yes.
as a miniature painter, and I'm
They're
okay,
not great. They're not.
but I see people who would sell me like a Model X-Wing for 40 quid
Yeah.
that's painted up that I can't tell it's not a maquette from the movie.
Yeah.
It was actually used by, the set designers and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and buy a Black Series X-Wing for 90 quid and you're like, the paint isn't even between the lines. You know what I mean? Like,
Sorry, I'm just
how do you...
got followed by this account.
Corgi grab.
Hey, look, there's a black one there.
Oh, yeah.
There is. It's back.
I might. It's
Call
both.
backs, call
Yeah.
forwards.
Please tell me
whatever
it's
we're
hashtag
doing.
Black Corgi.
So with
Please.
like statues and that,
Please.
like the Alduin Skyrim statue, like I wasn't into the Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
when I got that game, so I just
Yeah.
got like a cheap version from
Yeah, you
the
would've
second
got
hand
the
one from
game.
game. Now, roll back time, how much I love it. If they brought out Skyrim 2, I know they brought out the online one and blah blah. If they brought out Skyrim 2, I'd be tempted to get the one with the
Yeah,
statue
'cause
and the sword
the
and the
basis
map
is there.
and the yeah.
I got the Oblivion
That's the one that
special
would do me.
edition. The Oblivion special edition came with a coin, a book.
Mhm. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got it. I got it for 360, and then obviously the Skyrim edition, I think, was probably one of the first ones that was like, we're going to make a giant fucking statue.
That was huge.
But also talk like David Attenborough for some reason.
I mean, it still goes for crazy money, the Alduin statue on its own.
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
I saw a broken one for 60 quid in game.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, because
It's a game of weird with their prices.
Yes.
I'll walk in like I bought that Star Wars hat, which is clearly the best hat ever that nobody but me likes.
we can't argue with that logic.
And it was a $5 for an official piece of Star Wars merchandise. Right? But then, you got a broken Alduin statue for 60 quid.
Yeah.
Like, where did these prices come from?
There was one that I was kicking myself over, which so I bought Overwatch and fell in love with it completely.
Yeah.
Really wanted the art book. I was going through a phase of buying loads of art books. And
Phase.
yes, still going on.
Lifetime obsession, mate.
And I found there was an art book, but it was only in the collector's edition.
Right.
I found it on eBay for £40.
Yeah.
So the price of the game, basically. Separately, without like all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And I bought it. And then I was in game like a few months later, and the entire collector's edition with the statue, the art book, game,
£30.
it was like 40.
Yeah.
So I spent £80 on and had less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double the amount
That's
and had
why
less.
I don't buy
It's
the
like,
big
what
special
fuck?
editions anymore, is because in a couple of months
They
they're
go down
30,
in
40
price,
quid.
yeah. But then you miss out on the
Some
game.
again, but Alduin can still go for 200 quid.
Yeah. for
So
sure. Sometimes
you don't. Yeah.
You risk
Yeah.
missing out on the game
possibly.
unless you want to double
True.
dip.
Yeah, but then I mean, I'm not short of games to play at any given time. So for
Yeah,
me, it's not so
unless
bad.
it's something like I said. For me, it would have to be like a sequel to the N64 Rogue Squadron,
yeah.
or Skyrim 2. It would have to come out that would make me go, I want it. That comes out, and I want to sit
I
and
was
play
going
it.
to say, because we started talking about the Starfighter stuff, playing that just makes me feel, kind of tells me that I'm ready for just a flight Star Wars game now.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Before, I hated them. Absolutely
Really?
hated them. The only one I liked was Pod Racer. I did not like a Star Wars game.
Pod Race is fucking great though.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You
I
not even like Rogue Squadron?
never played it.
Oh.
Ah, okay.
They were
Okay,
never
I
my-
think you'd enjoy it if you
never
did.
my
Yeah,
cup of
Rogue
tea.
Squadron was
yeah.
great.
They were never my cup of tea. But
Yeah,
after
I've always said this about the Assassin's Creed. People always
Yeah.
go, "Oh, if you didn't like the first one, you should try the second one." Why would I? I didn't
Second one
like
is
it.
way better though.
Yeah, but
It
it's
is,
like
yeah.
we had the comparison. I don't like beer. I've never had a beer that I've gone, that was fantastic. Why would I spend my money on a beer that you say is great? I'll
Yeah.
just buy a cider. I
to,
like
to be
those.
fair, I do know a lot. Fucking dullard. I wasn't talking about beer.
No.
But yeah, I could go for an all-in
Beer?
beer, a beer bath.
An all-in.
if
If
you're
the
going for a
beer, if the beer
Starfighter,
came
yeah.
with a maquette, I'll be fine with that.
An Alduin statue in my
if you
beer.
had a Starfighter game and it came with a proper reproduction X-wing or something,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That
Pretty
beeps
cool.
as you play the game.
Yeah.
I bought Charlotte actually
Lights,
the
yeah.
special edition of Sims 4. Is that the most recent?
Comes with the.
It comes with the little.
Plum Bob.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And
Is
you
that
can
what they
actually.
ca- is that what they call the little green
you-
thing?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
called a Plum
if
Bob.
you
yeah.
plug it in by USB to your computer, it corresponds to the sim you have active. So if the Sim's Plum Bob is pink, it's pink. If
Oh, right.
it's pretty fun.
Really
That's
decent.
pretty
It's,
nifty.
it's
Pretty cool.
pointless, but
Yeah.
it's a giggle. You know,
yeah.
she sits it next to her laptop while she's playing, and it changes colours. And
Hmm.
I'll be like, I'll be doing whatever, and I'll be like, oh, you got that one's angry. Like you got to do something about that. And she's like, stop it. Like I'm doing my best.
What colour does it go when you piss yourself?
Yellow.
Turns off because it's electrical, mate. I know it's completely nothing to do with gaming. My little girl's got little light up shoes. She stood in a puddle and one of them now doesn't work.
Oh
It's
no!
the saddest thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to fix that.
Saddest.
When's her birthday?
February.
All right, we'll get a crowdfunder going.
Feel bad about the
Light
there.
up shoes.
They
For
They were
Right.
£8. It's not much of a crowdfunder.
Well, they'd be
Tell
easy
them.
to achieve then.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get
This
some
is gonna
stretch
be-
goals in, get her whole light up outfit.
I genuinely set up a crowdfunder for my girlfriend's light up shoes for £8. That'd be hilarious.
Girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's gone a bit weird.
No, it's just you know.
It's a girl I love. She's my friend.
You bought your girlfriend light up shoes. That's changing things.
So I can see where she is when she's standing to my side.
All
Like a side bitch.
Well, we can put like crowdfunding.
Sad,
We
my
can
man.
put stretch goals in, so
Yeah.
she could have a whole light up outfit,
Oh, but she
know.
looked like a
Christmas tree.
yeah,
on
Like a
I
light
was going to say like
person.
Naomi from WWE.
Yeah, that works. Feel the glow.
With the glow.
Yeah. So, Feel the Joe. What games are you gaming?
Not Philly's Joe. Oh, right, gotcha.
Yeah.
I ain't
Joe to
feeling
Phil,
his.
right?
I ain't feeling his Joe for nobody.
Well,
But yeah, let's do a Starfighter game.
yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, I've been playing Battlefront.
Yeah.
Very much.
You are a bit fucking good at it too.
Well, I just like the weird. They're kind of weird controls that work on the
Okay.
Starfighters.
Do you invert the controls, or did you have
No,
them
I'm
standard?
not weird.
No, no. Oh no! So if you pull down on the stick, what way does the ship go?
Down.
Oh no, I have it inverted. Well,
Oh no.
I like it as if when I pull down on the stick, the nose goes up.
The way I've heard it described basically is one person in this situation. One person is imagining themselves through the eyes of the character, and then one person is imagining they're pushing a lever on the back of the person's head,
Yes.
and that's the way.
Okay.
That's the way the inverted
I'm
controls
pulling the
work.
joystick. I'm flying the ship.
You're flying
Yeah.
it like you're holding the
The joystick,
ship's
whereas
control,
you're
and
moving the
I'm
ship
just-
as if you. Yeah.
I'm pointing it where I want to go. Like yeah, because
No,
that's
I'm-
just how I work. But I've tried inverted. Maybe I'll get better.
I used to fly the other way, but I can't remember what game it was that didn't allow me to invert the controls.
That's not a sexual thing, Blake. Stop making it sexual.
What was it? Spike.
yeah, but my brain just went there. Sorry.
Spike plays first-person shooters.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
What as in when he fires his gun, it hits him in the chest?
Yeah, no.
How totally inverted.
I think I kind of do.
I think I did initially. I think I've actually changed now where I'm like, whatever it initially
Since you
says.
played Dark Souls.
I think so, like, yeah. Yeah, now with some sort of weird spider lady.
We all do after that.
But with that sort of thing, I think some games, I think I just learned the controls that they teach you that they give you at the time, and I think and I can't be bothered to. I don't normally. It's very rare that I will go into a menu and change the controls.
I just find it like if you're playing a racing game, which is a vehicle like a Starfighter, you press right to go right, and press left to go left.
Yeah, but you do that with a wheel. When you turn a wheel in a car,
you're going right, it goes
left.
Right. Yeah.
When you pull a stick left, ship goes.
So let's make a Starfighter game where they have wheels.
To be fair,
the first game
the
I ever
levers
played,
in the Falcon, she pushes it forward to go down.
I was thought she pushed it forward to speed it up. I didn't think that was a slider.
I thought there were more sliders.
Actually, how do you steer the Falcon? I'm not clear on
how that. I didn't think it was made that obvious.
We'll have to unlock it some more.
Yeah, you have to do it with your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, I flew that cockpit mode. It was fucking.
It's great, isn't it? Because the guns come, and if you noticed, you can nudge things off to the left hand. So that was always the thing in Rogue Squadron when you unlocked the Falcon.
Yeah.
You fired from the left hand side of the screen, but if you were in cockpit mode, you were in the middle. If you banged things off to the left, you weren't there. Yeah. Well, now we've got cleverer. The ship is to the left. If you bang the right-hand side, there's nothing there. If you bang the left-hand side, there's the whole fucking body of the ship.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And you have to get used to that doing little trench runs and things.
I might actually play that third person. Slave 1 is fine because that's a symmetrical ship.
Yeah, and the cockpit is most of the ship.
Yeah, but
you're an A-wing pilot through and through. He flings it about like a nutter.
I do like the A-wing in that
also
game.
Again,
he flies the ship. See, I fly the ship like I'm trying to fly it.
Yeah.
You fly the ship. I wouldn't say you game the game, but like in Dark Souls, you wouldn't actually forward roll that much in a sword fight.
No.
But it works. You use what works to get you out of the fight in an A-wing. Whereas I'm like, I guess I'm trying to fly a plane, and it's not. That's why I die.
I just know that you can turn in any direction. Up there is no up. But otherwise, other games. I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2. It's like a Diablo. I wouldn't say clone because it's much better than
a Diablo alike.
Yeah. If we want to coin the term, coined here.
Diabolesque.
The coin.
Action RPG.
Yeah, it's a top-down sort of.
Diabloid.
Yeah, my top-down.
Clicker
like an illness.
Yeah, it does. God, I caught a case of the Diabloids.
It's actually really good.
Shitty.
Like the story mode, the story is really well written. Okay. It's like fully voiced dialogue. Characters can die. Like there's permadeath for your allies and stuff.
Nice, that's cool.
It's so open. There was this one witch that I could not kill, and I looked up a guide. I was having so much trouble, and
that's all right. It's an interesting way of saying I cheated.
Yeah, basically, it basically just said teleport her into a pile of oil and light her on fire, and I did, and she died.
Well, you'd hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, but like before that, I was just going in for straight combat. It encourages you to think environmentally as well, which I really like in that game.
You were burning a lot of oil, so I don't know about that.
Greenpeace will have you, mate. When they turn up in their diesel-powered boat. Seriously.
Yeah,
that happens.
I know.
But I tell you, it reminds me of first Dragon Age.
Okay.
In terms of tone.
I remember the first Dragon Age. It looked like you were there.
Sitting there sipping his beer. I've seen some shit.
So in terms of tone and like just how good the story was, and little bit of Fable in.
Okay.
Any game
I've sat and watched Charlotte play Fable for hours.
There's a bit of light humour. There's a lot of darkness. It's all that, and it's fucking big. I played it for 20 hours, and I'm only off of the first island. Like there's just so much game. And I don't like those. I don't really like top-down point-and-click games like that. But this one is fucking amazing.
Just keeps you going.
Really good.
It's like
like you say, you don't like ones where you have to build. Like you have to have a build.
Yeah.
This has that, but it's so good. I don't think you'd give a shit.
It's just
so good.
Your
character can be anything. Like Skyrim. It's that sort of.
I've actually heard people, like one reviewer, I can't remember who it was, but actually compare it as like the best RPG they've played since The Witcher 3.
And before that was Skyrim.
Wow. Chad Kroger once said, if you're humming a song, you're one step closer to liking it. Doesn't matter if you actually like it. And it's that sort of thing, like if you're just playing it and going, I'm enjoying this. It's not what I'd normally play, but I'm enjoying this.
Even liking
then
Chad
play
Kroger.
it, you're having fun. What are you playing on?
I'm playing on PC.
On PC.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's really good. Really, really fun.
Well, I did order a lead for my laptop, and the wrong one turned up. So in my move, I lost my laptop charger.
Oh, right.
I ordered a new one. It's one of those big. It's a Toshiba, and it's a big, thick.
Yeah, I know the kind.
One, and I ordered it, and the one I had like 4 of turned up.
Oh.
So I tend to get it going. It's a nice little laptop.
It does feel very early Lionhead.
Okay.
Cubhead.
Not the MGM line. Not the MGM line.
No.
I just pictured, for some reason, my brain just pictured somebody going through the early stages of having a lion's head. He's like, what the fuck?
I've got a little mane and a short black nose.
They're going to include me on Tekken.
First time they look in the mirror, like,
I'm not coming into work today.
Yeah. I've got a bit of a lion head.
I don't feel great. Oh, damn it. It's spreading.
No, that's it.
And the other game I've been playing is Dead Cells, which is a roguelike Metroidvania.
Okay.
Song
game
by Papa Roach.
And that is, you remember Rogue Legacy?
Yeah.
PS4. It's a little bit like that. So every time you die, the environment is procedurally generated. Every level is.
You don't succeed.
Basically, it involves. It is a 2.5. Well, no, it is a 2D pixel art Dark Souls, but with like really fast combat like Castlevania, and the art style's amazing. Go around powering yourself up and like a Metroid game, and it's like a medieval undead. It's pretty good. It's pretty
cool.
Is
it as nails as Souls?
It's really hard, yeah. I've put in about 10 hours on it. I've also been playing Gang Beasts.
Yep.
Because there was a free weekend on the Eurogamer weekend, Blake. So I took advantage of that. Me and Alicia absolutely love this game. It's like
I've seen lots of videos of it being played by different people.
It's 4-player, just beat the shit out of you.
Oh, I think you told me about this at the weekend. Yeah.
It's just so fun. Like Alicia's better at it than I am. I basically only win by knowing how to play the game, but she is a lot. She is
I only win by being good.
She is very good at cornering me and beating the shit out of me, and in the game.
I was going to say, what about in the game?
She is a little Tasmanian devil.
Yeah. But I worked out the aim of the game is not to beat the shit out of each other. It is to throw them off the edge of the map. So that's what I do.
Okay.
I eventually get up. I eventually get up and I pick her up and just throw her off the thing and in the game.
Out the window.
So that's fun. That's good fun. I recommend that to everyone, cause especially if you play that drunk. That's going to be
I was waiting for
night.
it to, because it's meant to come to PS4. I was waiting for it to come to that.
I would just get it for Steam. You've got the.
Well, I have a Steam link. I could do it through that.
I'm trying to think. Was there any other games on it?
Battlefront 2 Classic.
Yeah, that came back online.
Yes.
But then the beta started, and I was like,
fuck that noise.
Yeah, fuck that noise. Plus, there's no controller support.
Oh man.
So, to my knowledge, I might be being a bit thick, but I couldn't. I couldn't. Yeah, fucking dullard. I couldn't play it without controller. I just can't be arsed with keyboard and mouse at the moment.
Yeah.
That's it. There was a lot for me.
Yeah.
Who shouldn't be playing games right now? But,
somebody justify it.
Nah, yeah.
Bloody students.
Hellblade. Yeah, Hellblade. I liked it. I thought the combat system was really good.
I've actually heard mixed things about the combat.
I thought it was simple but
effective.
Deep.
Okay.
Like, those are two opposing statements.
Like having sex with an idiot.
A fucking dullard. Fucking a dullard.
Yeah.
Basically, there are very few moves you can do, but when you put it all together as you're watching yourself fight, it looks good. It looks deeper than it actually is.
Also, the sound design's amazing, isn't it?
If you've got
apparently you meant to play with headphones,
binaural headphones or something, because they recorded it with a binaural microphone.
Okay,
which is basically a microphone, 2 microphones on fake head.
Oh, okay.
That's how they do binaural recordings.
Yeah,
actually pretty cool to watch on the special features of Hellblade.
I can imagine.
The story's great. I think some of the mental health things are a bit on the nose. But they were always going to risk that, making a game about mental health.
Yes.
So,
yes,
it's not a bad thing. Some of the bits are truly freaky.
Yeah.
And the graphics are really good.
I've seen some stills of it, and it looks really nice.
It's really nice. It's also one of the few games, like modern games, that I've noticed that actually put in live action.
Okay.
There's a character that is completely live action footage.
Wow.
They must be confident. Put a model next to a live actor.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it does work as well. It does work.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that is literally all I've been doing.
That's more games than I've been playing, to be fair. Yeah. Mine's been restricted pretty much exclusively to more Mafia 3.
Okay.
Looks good.
It's cool. Yeah, I enjoy it quite a bit.
I heard it inflated a little.
I think it came out, apparently it released very buggy. So they've patched a lot of it since then, and it's
no different from any new game.
Well, I know, right? But that makes me sad as a tester by trade. But it just feels like they're not being allowed to do their jobs properly somehow, somewhere along the line.
Rushing a deadline.
I know, it's weird, isn't it? But so yeah, I've been playing that. It's like the only thing I'll say about it that I'm not so wild about is it's a little bit ploddy, in the sense that it's. If you want to just do the story mode, even then, there's a lot of game there. But there's not really a huge amount of variety of what you're doing mission to mission.
Quite linear stories.
Yeah, it's basically you want to, the story goes, you get revenge on somebody who fucked you over and left you for dead. It's a pretty standard revenge story. Yeah, it's a really well done setup. And you just work your way through their network of associates to weaken them so that when you go for them, they're at the weakest they can possibly be.
Oh?
Kind of, yeah. But it's got like...
It's serious.
I think it's about 7 associates to go through before you get to the big boss. And each associate can take anything up to like 5 hours, depending on what you're doing.
Nice chunk of story.
There's a fair bit, yeah. And what's really nice is they've interspersed like fake documentary footage, like treating it as if it's like all the stuff you're doing is part of a like a real life series of events.
Oh, okay. That's quite a cool setup.
Yeah, it's very. There's some bits that are uncomfortable because obviously it's set in the late 60s. You play a black ex-soldier.
Oh, okay. So there's going to be some bits
there's little bits of.
Is it that thing of if you're uncomfortable, try being a black guy in the 60s?
Kind of.
If you're uncomfortable playing a black guy in the 60s,
it's less ham-fisted than some games.
Yeah.
When they try and do the social issues stuff, it's handled with a bit more.
Also, gay.
I have no idea.
They're just rolling. Oh, he's a gay black transgender communist.
He's in a wheelchair
in the 60s. Like, yeah.
They do tend to,
and throw it all in at once.
Yeah.
He's on the dole.
As if it wasn't.
He's claiming child benefit.
One thing isn't enough, guys. You just got to throw the whole fucking thing in the sink.
Got to tick them boxes.
Here they come to arrest him.
And us for thinking about it. For us for pointing
a person so illegal thinking about him is a crime.
But yeah, let's say the political stuff is handled in a way that's like it's probably pretty reasonably kind of demonstrative of the time period without being ham-fisted and over the top and preachy. Because it obviously being a Mafia game, you play as somebody who's a bit morally grey anyway. So
kind of in the era of Godfather 2.
Yes, similar sort of thing.
70s.
Yeah, late 60s. He's just come back from Nam in Mafia 3. So
it's F is for Family, the game.
That's 80s.
No.
70s?
67 I think it's set in.
No, you're right.
I don't know. Well, Nam went on for a little while, so it may have crossed over into the 70s.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun weekend away.
No. No, very few are. But I've been playing a fair bit of that. I think I'm probably just over halfway through now. I've been doing a lot of I'm enjoying it enough that I'm doing a lot of the side pickup things, like driving around looking for collectibles areas and stuff.
Yeah. Or prostitute.
No. Some of them are Playboy covers, though.
Oh, they did that in the second one.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they brought that back, and they've done some other ones which are like tasteful nude paintings and things.
I don't want to say. I mean, like I liked that aspect. I know it sounds stupid. It did add an air. It kind of grounded it in that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think
appreciated the centerfolds.
Yeah,
sorry, Blake.
Well, they were tastefully done in the 60s. A lot of them really are.
Why sorry to me?
I said appreciate.
Blake loves his nudes.
Blake does love a tasty nude. Tasteful. How do paintings taste?
Oily.
The 60s lead.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but now I don't know maths. And then I'm playing Breath of the Wild as well still. I've just for the people who've played it will understand what I mean when I say I've just finished my first Divine Beast.
Okay.
Yep. I went for the one in the sky first.
I haven't. Don't get that.
Did you finish it in the end?
No, I'm still on the fourth one. Fourth Divine Beast. Yeah. I haven't actually touched my Switch because I'm waiting for Mario.
Okay.
He's never going to show up though.
I bought. I did buy because I had some vouchers. Fucking hell. I had some vouchers and I bought Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like
I've
it.
heard it's
it
good.
looks good.
I was going to buy FIFA because I liked the idea of having a portable FIFA, but the reviews aren't very good of it.
Apparently, it's like a PS2 era.
Yeah,
era
like a
FIFA.
PS2 360 era sort of thing. Yeah. I wouldn't mind maybe waiting for it to come down the price a bit, like 15, 20 quid or something.
If
maybe.
they just had it online, fix everyone's complaints, wouldn't
Yes. I'm also considering getting WWE 2K18 because I can't think of anything more fun than an 8-way ladder match on the train.
It looks insane.
Because I can't do it on the real train.
Are they doing 2K18
is it
on the
Switch?
Switch?
Yep.
Oh,
And it's
yeah,
by
Is
the
it
sounds of
full
it, it's
version?
feature accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like
Because FIFA's missing a ton of stuff.
racing games.
Wrestling
Yeah,
games.
because normally
in
they
general,
dial it
Nintendo
back
get
for a Nintendo
the
console. don't
slightly lesser wrestling game, don't they?
Sometimes, yeah.
Well, on the Wii, for certain, they would be like, we
Yeah, on
got
the Wii they
18 too. It's the same game, honest. Like,
Yeah.
nah, it's
It's
not.
the
is
same
it?
name, isn't
They're
it?
getting closer to bridging that gap, though.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite there
Yeah,
yet.
it does look
No.
great. I'm loving the new trailers and things. I've never actually played 17 yet. I've fallen way behind. So the
have
only
it
reason I
over
got
there,
16 was
so-
because
Arnold
Xbox Gold
Schwarzenegger
gave
was
it
there,
away.
wasn't it?
yeah, that was the one with Arnie and the Terminator on
Mhm.
it. See, the pre-orders turned me off. It's the other way because I really want to play as Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
I don't want to play as Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
I saw a picture of that. I thought it was a joke that someone had made in costume creator.
WWE and KFC have had a sponsor deal for years now, but
yeah.
it started when Dolph Ziggler dressed up as the Colonel and had a match with The Miz, and it's just carried on and on and on and on and on with different wrestlers. It actually reached a really nice pinnacle last month sometime when Ric Flair was supposed to do an appearance as the Colonel as a bit of a joke, but he obviously fell ill. And Shawn Michaels did it for him.
Okay.
Because obviously they're very
As
close
the
in
Colonel.
real
And
life
he's from,
as the
and
Colonel.
he's from Texas, so
And
he's
Texas.
you know
Yeah.
not
Yeah, I knew
much
but
Ric
the
Flair
current one-
recently had operation
When I
and
watched,
all that.
Yeah.
when I watched the pay-per-view just gone, there was a skit where Kurt Angle dressed up as the, and you realise when he's wearing street clothes, they're just like a suit or. He can't walk. His knees are like permanently like. You imagine how you'd do an impression of somebody that's just got off a horse as a joke. Kind of looks like that permanently.
like that bit from the Birdcage where he walks like John Wayne.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's perfect. I just never realised he walked that way before.
Yeah.
But 18 does look.
Yes.
18 does look
Yeah.
great.
And like I say, the idea of being able to play a ladder match and stuff on the train would be cool. Like having a sort of commute that's made up
They
of.
have create your own characters on it. and
Yeah, of
stuff.
course.
Yes,
yeah,
will do,
wrestling
yeah.
games.
They thrive
I'd
on
say
those.
50% that now.
Yeah, because I tend to always make Gokus.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, we always. Charlotte always makes an 8-foot version of herself called Sushi Noma,
Yeah.
which comes from
Sushi
Sushi Noma, just
Yeah.
somebody that eats sushi.
Yeah.
And she has moves like the tuna roll, which is like a cannonball in the corner and shit like that. But no, actually, did we not do that just before Mania?
I do.
Yes.
We did. We made a ridiculous character, didn't
Yes,
we?
we did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, that sort of stuff. So if somebody's not into wrestling, that's
Get into
good
it
fun.
that
Is
way.
making your own character.
Yes.
Like we made like a giant
also the
gorilla man,
Colonel.
a gorilla man with wings, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think so. Didn't we try and make more VP?
Yes,
That
that was
started
it.
that way.
I remember
yeah.
us having a massive.
Oh right, so let's bring this one up.
All right.
This was when the three of us had a triple threat on No Mercy.
Right.
Yeah.
I was pinning you, Rob,
Yep.
and Blake won by kicking me in the balls during a pin, thus breaking the pin, and then just pinning me. But this was after about an hour and a half match.
It was a really long
The
match.
win was
I
just
really like-
stomping the balls.
So what you're
win.
saying is Blake has never changed the way he plays.
No, he just
anything.
kicks in the balls and goes for a pin.
It makes tabletop very awkward.
Yes, he does.
Flips the table, kicks you in the balls.
Gets really angry.
All my models get broken.
I loved that game. Actually, as I'm in the company of people who play a lot more and know a lot more about games,
Right.
did anybody see the new footage of the new Jurassic Park game?
I didn't know,
Bits
but
and
I
I
pieces.
saw
wanted
the
to.
opening
Tiny
advert for
Yeah,
it.
they had
like
the big advert with the
There's
T-Rex
gameplay.
crashing
I
through
haven't
the
actually
fence.
seen
So
any
they've just
gameplay.
released about 2 minutes of footage of just it's just like poof, poof,
I was going
Yeah.
to tag you
of
in it,
like
but-
animals
What,
walking.
having a little dubstep
And it seems
party.
that they look beautiful. They look like a shade down from what you'd get in Jurassic World.
Yeah.
But it looks really jumpy. Like they're and I'm like,
Is it hyper zoomed in though? Are they going to?
I don't know.
Because that's
Thing
what.
is,
Because it
it's
seemed to
gonna
be
be
like
a
the
part-
helicopters in the background that were doing it. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
that- that would
I
make
don't know. I was
sense.
wondering if anybody'd seen it and gone, "Oh, that normally happens when they."
What I think that might be is it's probably it's not going to be a AAA thing, so it's not going to have not going to be like massively. The graphics aren't going to be amazing. They'll be good.
They are stunning. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They are.
It's just the
up there with anything else I've seen.
In games, the further away they get, the texture cycle and they show less of the animation.
Yeah. What you also have to bear in mind is that it is a park simulation game. So obviously, whilst yes, you can zoom in and look at the things,
it might be designed for zooming out.
Probably designed to encompass the whole world. So obviously, having that huge focus is
I plugged in the PS2 the other day.
Also, incredibly early days as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's also March, April.
Yeah, some of these games go through
optimization
to tie in
with the film, isn't it? I thought.
Yeah.
What I think it most likely is where it's got the object, the helicopter, has gone further away. To save system resources in the game, the animations would be cut down, everything would be pared down the further it gets away from the camera.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it looked beautiful. Some of the shots of like the raptors running against the sunset.
Can you ride bikes?
Hopefully,
I hope so.
Can you ride raptors chasing bikes?
Hopefully.
Great.
When I looked at the comments on YouTube, there was one guy who was like, "I don't want a Jurassic Park simulation game. That's not what it's all about." I'm like,
what is it?
It's called Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I love how he never offers what it is about.
Yeah. Well, that's the internet, isn't it?
Was it the Star Wars trailer? Mike Patton? Because he never tells us what
the Star Wars trailer dropped recently. That's not what we want. Well, what do you want? You fucking make the movie then.
Tell us what you want.
You fucking dullard.
I think the only thing I could guess it could be is because the film is sort of like, don't do this, basically.
Yeah, but that was like Operation Genesis. Like I pulled out my PS2 the other day and plugged in, played Operation Genesis because seeing the new game come out got me hyped. But like, give you an idea of how things have changed. I had to have the PlayStation 2, like the SCART lead extended out to a stool in the middle of the room, leading then the controller leading to the sofa kind of thing. But got it up running. I loved it, and I've been playing for about 4 hours. The missus was knitting, and I played for about 4 hours, and a storm hit, and it all went to shit. I lost all my stars. The park. I was like, I remember.
Yeah, in real life, the power went out. Yeah.
No, we had a massive, great fucking water leak. Right, fine. I had a river run past my shop. I wasn't allowed to get to work. The police stopped me walking into my shop until 11 o'clock. I opened at 9 because they weren't sure the road wasn't going to collapse as people walked on it. Yeah. It turned out it didn't, but the road was closed.
I was going to say, if you let your little girl run out in her wellies and run around in the water, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we made a little video once the road was safe and there was a river outside. We put wellies on my door and let her run around. It was very sweet.
Super cute.
Somebody's got to have fun with that sort of shit.
Yeah, true.
Ruin business for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
So,
that's the thing, isn't it? When you get older, it's like it's not fun. Like snow days aren't fun anymore because you're like, how the fuck am I going to get anywhere?
I'm still like that, but
you can be for a little while.
Where I'm self-employed, it's quite fun because if I can get to work and it's a quiet day, I can play around.
You've got no excuse.
I now live. Joe's trying to put himself through a wall.
Well, mind it's my wall.
I'm sorry.
As in, I own that wall.
The elbow.
Yeah. Punishing yourself now.
Oh man, they need a new Punisher game. That'd be awesome. Having said that, it does feel a little bit like Mafia 3 as the Punisher is like a modern Punisher game. Because you do basically just walk around shooting mobsters all the way through.
That reminds me.
You got the torture kills.
The new Marvel
what does it remind you
Capcom.
of?
Yeah.
Has that got the Punisher?
I didn't see. I played the story demo. And
there's a demo.
I noticed.
Yeah, it was alright.
I heard it played great, but it looked.
No, actually, I found it looked great and played. Mileage maker.
Were you playing the same game? Did you have your glasses on?
Oh, I've forgotten which way
Did you plug in the controller where you're holding it upside down?
I've heard that overall the gameplay is okay, but the storyline's terrible.
Yeah, storyline's
look at me with that funny smell.
I must admit, I played the demo, but it seemed to be a bit...
Oh no, Capcom villains do bad things. Capcom Marvel characters team up, maybe fight them? Okay.
And also...
Marvel now do bad things.
The lack of inclusion of the X-Men characters is pretty gutting.
Yeah. I get the feeling that's Marvel's decision.
Considering when that first came out in arcade, Wolverine was the only character I ever played.
Oh, I played Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I guess it did a bit.
Hulk was good.
I just like Wolverine. I didn't know anything about cartoon characters. Only
Moon Knight or GTFO.
bits of the cartoon series was all I used to watch. So, who's that dude with the claws? Him.
Rhino.
Rhino.
Did you just pretend the joystick was a microphone and just go in the hopes it would just go, oh, he means Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Speaking of GoldenEye, so on the subject of N64, we were playing a while back round at it was round at yours, right?
Kick me in the balls.
No Mercy.
Yeah.
I played No Mercy with my sister and her fiance a couple of weeks ago.
You whore.
We played GoldenEye. And that game is not dated well.
No, is it not?
No.
Playing-wise or just
control-wise?
Really?
Control-wise, because it's like obviously now you have two sticks, one for movement, one for looking. That was all mapped to left C and right C was strafing, and then up and down C, and you used to like It was weird, like camera angle stuff.
Because it was the Trident as well, wasn't it?
Yes,
it's horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, I bought N64 retrospectively.
It's still fun as hell, but it's dated badly control-wise.
That was
Project Zero.
Yeah, similar
Perfect
thing.
Dark Zero.
Perfect Dark Zero.
Same
I knew what you meant. Yeah,
same dev.
I like that game.
Yeah.
The remake GoldenEye was good fun.
Yeah, remake GoldenEye was good fun. Yeah,
I never got on it.
Yeah,
I was playing Mario 64 when we were able to borrow my uncle's.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the only thing I played.
Anyway, so we played. We played GoldenEye and we played some No Mercy, and again, it was like a ladder match that lasted 45 minutes.
Yeah. I think my problem was I was playing it with you guys. I mean, you'd actually played the game and had no. I don't mean it like that. I mean in the sense that
fucking dullard.
You're all a bunch of fucking dullards.
Yeah, it's fair.
But it was because he'd played the game before. You'd played the game
many
before.
Hours.
I'd never played it before, and I was sort of half playing it while working out the controls at the same time.
Yeah.
No Mercy.
Yeah, somehow I won.
No Mercy is pretty widely recognised as the greatest wrestling game of all time.
In terms of raw fun.
I think
in terms of raw fun. Yeah. And at the time, it was the graphics were spectacular.
Yes.
At the time, so it was the contemporary with SmackDown 2. I believe, and SmackDown 2 was very arcadey. And also very automated. So if you did the people's elbow, like so you'd click to do the elbow, you'd run left,
just
run right, drop the elbow.
Almost.
Yeah. With that, you had to. So you would do the people's elbow start taunt, and then he would run to the left. You would have to jump over the opponent, run to the right, and then drop the elbow at the right time.
Yeah.
If you did it, you win. But getting it. But it meant that you could adapt things. So you could do the people's elbow out of the ring.
Or you could cancel.
Or you could stop it. You could stop doing it and do a stomp, and you'd be like, what? And the reason a lot of people still like it is because you can actually build a layered wrestling match.
Yeah.
So on a modern game, like, say, if I've beat you down for 5 minutes, got you into the red zone or whatever, you'll get up and struggle. You won't be able to make a miraculous recovery because you're hurt. They've tried to make it more realistic than a match is. Whereas in No Mercy, give me 10 seconds, I'll be on my feet and I can hit my finisher 5 times.
Yeah.
That was the way it used to be. So you could build these, oh my God, how did he do that moment? Yeah. Like, he just took 3 stunners and now he's hit a rock bottom and he's pinned him. So actually you could make it more like a wrestling exhibition.
It's more like a momentum meter than an actual health bar, isn't it?
Sounds more like the Football Manager version of wrestling games.
Like Football Manager, because there obviously are wrestling managing games, but Football Manager in the ring in a split second. Yeah,
it's almost like you're almost like the tailor of the theatrical experience of the match.
Yeah.
Rather than
purely for your own enjoyment. You got nothing out of, like, now modern games, like if you're playing career mode, you get points for variation of moves, high flying points, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
you got nothing out of making it look good for yourselves, like doing two Undertaker and Kane hitting choke slams at the same time.
Yeah,
like the Dudley Boys could finish the match with a power bomb and then the other one but hitting the 3D just made it look awesome.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You both had to have 2 people have finishers, get somebody off the ropes. He has got 3Ds.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to wrap it up because it's getting quite late now.
A late night Gamecast.
Indeed. So we've done the Gamecast after dark. So I'm going to end with an iTunes review that we got just I think we did it. We had it just after the last time we recorded, but obviously we had some nightmares getting the episode to publication for technical reasons. Hopefully we won't have that this time, so it might be nice and smooth. Yeah, there's that too. So this was from the 365 Flicks podcast, which is a really, really nice movie show. And they wrote something really lovely about us. So it's a 5 stars. It says, games and banter, what more could you need? I have a couple of gaming podcasts on my docket, but this one is in my top 2. Love these dudes. Isn't that nice?
Food, you need food.
That's
too.
Lovely. Well,
food.
If you've enjoyed sustenance.
Masturbation.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I really like that. So
that's described exactly what's in
if you put me up there with food and shitting, I'm pretty important in your life, and I'm tired.
Yeah. So if you've enjoyed the show to the same degree as the 365 Flicks podcast, then you can go to iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, Podchaser, and leave us a review any of those places.
Don't forget to eat.
We're also on Podbean, as well as Libsyn as well. So you can find us on all of those. You can also find us on the social media platforms, Twitter at Emotionally14, Facebook Emotionally14, and Emotionally14.com. Guys, where can people find you on social media in between shows?
In between shows, you can find me at work.
You don't want to meet him unless you've got problems.
Yeah. You can find me.
Yeah,
on,
Jay-Z.
Yeah. You can find me on Facebook. You let me know who the hell you are. I'm sure
His
I'll
name
let you.
is Blake Farmer.
He farms the Blakes.
No one buys them. I don't know what the problem is.
Got one, that's enough.
Yeah. You can also find me on Instagram at Harmer the Appreciator and also on Twitter at fucksake Blake.
All right, Omer?
Also me on the Facebook. Can't Sleep Must Paint on Facebook and Can't Sleep Must Paint on Instagram is my account where I paint models and now digitally draw those same models and do fiddly bits like that.
Nice.
And on one of those you should find a link to TeePublic if you'd like to buy my t-shirts. Those designs on t-shirts, mugs.
Will you go to the next possible stage where you're now going to put LEDs on your pictures?
Yes.
And t-shirts.
I draw most things on my iPad, so I'm going to drill holes in my iPad, put LEDs in it, in exactly the right places where all the engines of my shit
To
are.
be fair, if one person was going to, it
would be me.
I'm pretty sure the entire screen is LED.
You've ruined it.
I've saved you.
Mine's old. My computer's made of wood.
I've saved you an iPad.
Over dullard.
You fucking dullard.
I think that's all the places you can find me on Facebook.
That's Omer.
I'm not on Twitter. Fibrahim.
He doesn't tell the truth half the time when he's lying.
Half the time I do. Terrible liar.
Fibrahim, was that?
Fibrahim.
I'm
Everyone
You'll find me on Fucksake Blake. You'll find Joe on Fucksake Blake.
I'm on
Someone's
Twitter.
on there.
I'm on Twitter at It's Joe Crouch, Instagram at Sour Crouch. I'm on Emotionally 12.
I'm on Emotionally 15.
Stick
It's
the knife
one
in
better.
deeper, why don't you?
The sister podcast to Emotionally 13.
At the stroke of midnight.
But it's emotionally 13, but it's a sister podcast. Therefore, it's female. It's emotionally slightly more developed, so it's actually emotionally about 16.
Your Honour.
It's about 8 in dog years, but you'll find out about that later.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RobWadeVision, and you can find everything else I do at talkstarwars.co.uk, as well as obviously emotionally14.com. As Omer mentioned, there are merchandise things available at TeePublic. There's also Emotionally 14 t-shirts there. So
pretty cool.
Yeah, good.
There's some pretty cool
Got
stuff
a
there.
banging logo on there.
Banging logos.
Banging.
Pretty cool.
So
Finna the Blake one as well.
I
thank you.
think
Yeah, there is.
there's going to be a Blake one where Blake is written in the Vimto font.
Knowing the answer I got last time I said this, may I ask why?
No.
Thanks for listening.
I'm going to do one where his name's written in the fuck's sake font.
Thanks for listening. And Bibbly Bop Games.
Sure, you can.
Lick the balls.
Thank you, NGM Lion.